Fake compliments. They praise you, but their tone feels off. Backhanded remarks. They disguise insults as jokes. Constant comparison, always trying to measure up to you. Silent treatment when you achieve something. Downplays your success. It's not a big deal. Copies your work style but never gives credit. Spreads rumors to damage your reputation. Watches your every move like they're collecting data. Gets irritated when you're praised publicly. Acts overly competitive even when it's unnecessary. Pretends to help but secretly hopes you fail. Changes the topic when you're being complimented. Marks your ideas, then later presents them as their own. Tries to outshine you in front of the boss. Seeks validation by comparing tasks and results. Spreads negativity when you're around. Always skeptical of your intentions or ideas. Finds flaws in everything you do. Pretends to be busy when you need collaboration. Uses sarcasm to hide envy. Avoids eye contact after your achievements. Tries to isolate you from others at work. Takes credit for your efforts or ideas. Acts overly curious about your plans or projects. Downplays your struggles but highlights yours when they fail. Becomes defensive if you do something better than them. Tries to embarrass you in meetings or in front of others. Gossips about you behind your back. Pretends to advise you, but it's disguised sabotage. Always in competition mode even when collaboration is key. Keeps score of who gets more recognition. Takes satisfaction when something goes wrong for you. Avoids congratulating you even when everyone else does. Tries to mirror your personality to compete socially. Gets anxious when you get close to higher-ups. Sabotages group efforts if it means you'll look bad. Seeks sympathy by portraying themselves as the victim. Talks behind your back to gain alliances. Plays dumb when caught spreading negativity. Pretends to mentor but manipulates for control. Hides information that could help you succeed. Uses flattery only when they want something. Brags excessively after your success to redirect attention. Acts cold or distant when you're doing well. Secretly studies your moves to compete with your progress. They act weirdly quiet when you're praised. Everyone claps. They just look down at their phone. They copy your style or ideas and act like it was their own. They stop talking to you after you achieve something big. They suddenly compete with you on things that were never a competition. They act nice when others are watching, but cold when it's just you two. They always have something negative to say about your work, even when it's good. They give fake smiles that don't reach their eyes. They gossip about you when you're not around. They pretend not to notice your progress. They only talk about their own achievements. They act like they're giving advice, but it's actually discouragement. They change the subject whenever you start talking about something good happening to you. Don't forget to subscribe and comment your thoughts. They get moody when you get recognized. They try to one-up you. You say you finished a project. They say they finished too. They ask too many questions about your plans, not out of interest, but curiosity. They act friendly in public but ignore your messages privately. They act friendly in public but ignore your messages privately. They give you fake support. Wow, you're doing so well. I'm shocked. They act too busy to help you but expect you to help them. They roll their eyes or sigh when you talk about work wins. They start rumors or twist things you've said. They act extra close with people who praise you, just to keep tabs. They forget to invite you to hangouts or team stuff. They subtly try to embarrass you during group talks. They get defensive or irritated when you do something better. They pretend to warn you about others, but it's really to cause drama. They exaggerate their struggles to make your success seem easier. They act confused when you do something smart. They try to correct you publicly even when you're right. They pretend to warn you about others, but it's really to cause drama. They exaggerate their struggles to make your success seem easier. They act confused when you do something smart. They try to correct you publicly even when you're right. They mention your mistakes more than your wins. They make jokes that sting. You must have gotten lucky. They love hearing when something goes wrong for you. They look uncomfortable when you're getting attention. They only text you when they need something. They suddenly start doing what you're good at after watching you do it. They act overly confident around you to hide their insecurity. They make you feel guilty for being ambitious. They copy your words or ideas in meetings. They try to bring up your past failures when you're doing well. They start drama right after you have a good day. They secretly celebrate your bad days. They act like your success is luck, not effort. They get quiet when you walk into the room. They suddenly close their laptop or phone when you pass by. Their body stiffens when you're being complimented. They fake laugh when others find you genuinely funny. They always have a reason to avoid teaming up with you. They ask harmless questions that sound like they're checking your level. They start dressing or talking like you, but with a competitive twist. They copy your energy, but twist it to get attention. They pretend to be unimpressed by things others admire about you. They stop making eye contact after you achieve something. They act uncomfortable when your name is mentioned. They start forming alliances with people who don't like you. They forget to tell you about new updates or info. They linger near conversations that include you but never contribute. They listen too closely when you're talking about plans or progress. They keep checking who's talking to you or giving you attention. They make awkward jokes to make your wins sound smaller. They watch your reactions more than your words. They avoid celebrating your success, even with a smile. They act friendlier toward your boss than toward you. They interrupt you more often than anyone else. They mimic your tone or phrasing in meetings to test influence. They keep tabs on your schedule, asking where you're going or what you're doing. They act extra confident when you're around, but timid when you're not. They try to control group conversations so you don't stand out. They react quickly to your mistakes, even minor ones. They downplay your creativity. You just got lucky with that idea. They suddenly get competitive after you get noticed. They act overly supportive, but their tone is dry and their words hollow. They bring up your past failures when you're praised. They overanalyze your work, trying to find something wrong. They seem annoyed when others defend you. They celebrate others' success louder than yours. They act disinterested, but are always in your business. They only compliment you privately, never in front of others. They ask subtle questions to measure your salary or recognition. They downplay tasks you excel at. It's just basic stuff. They constantly act like they're the expert even in your field. They show up more polished or talk louder right after your praise moment. They accidentally take credit for ideas close to yours. Their smile fades faster than everyone else's when you win. A jealous colleague is rarely loud about it. They play it smart, quiet, and close to the chest. You'll notice it in the little things, the way they go silent when you're praised, how their smile fades too fast, or how they suddenly forget to share information that could help you. They act friendly in public but distant in private. Their energy changes the moment you start doing better, from supportive to competitive, from kind to calculating. They study you, your habits, your wins, your weaknesses, not to learn but to compete. They mirror your confidence, copy your ideas, and try to outshine you in front of the right people. They downplay your achievements, exaggerate your mistakes, and love being around when things go wrong. They'll use subtle sarcasm, fake compliments, and helpful advice that actually holds you back. Deep down, jealousy isn't about you, it's about them. It's a reflection of their own insecurity and the fear of being left behind. They see your growth as a threat instead of motivation, and that's why recognizing these signs early is power. Because once you see it for what it is, you stop taking their energy personally. You stop shrinking to make them comfortable. At the end of the day, jealous colleagues are just proof that you're moving, and they're not. I've got something for you. I'm giving away free printable planners, linked in the first link in the description. They'll help you stay focused, structured, and mentally clear, especially when you're surrounded by energy-draining people like jealous coworkers. So go grab yours. It's completely free. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss more real, raw videos like this. I drop new ones every week to keep you aware, grounded, and ahead of the game.